Welcome back, esports fans. My name is Upmind, aka Gus Dominguez, joined here by the one, the only Hunter Pence. And we're here for one last broadcast, potentially one last broadcast here for the Perfect Game Esports MLB The Show 20 tournament. And what a game we have to start off the day for you guys. It's going to be our first of two semifinals between Austin Beck and Tone.
Yes, indeed, Gus. Good to see you. It's great to be here. Playoff baseball, we all know it. We all love it. And I'm pretty excited about this matchup because we don't only have 3 innings now. We have a 6-inning game, Gus. Going to be a good, long build-up, some actual drama, and I'm looking forward to see this semifinal baseball.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, I mentioned before why there could be a little bit of discrepancy in our schedule because this will be the only game on our broadcast. We haven't decided yet if we're going to broadcast grand finals yet, but for now, you guys do have this little piece of MLB The Show 20 action, and we're going to start off the lineups here with Tone on your left side. Number 1 is going to be Sumting Wang. What a name. What a custom name. Up next, Reggie Jackson, Carlos Correa, Vidal Brujan, Eugenio Suarez, Jason Giambi, Aaron Judge, Didi Gregorius, and the pitcher being Corey Kluber.
Yes, that's a very, very solid lineup over there. And Austin Abeck Beck with Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter. We all know and love him. What a leadoff hitter, by the way. Mickey Mantle and the 2-hole Gary Sheffield batting third. Nolan Gorman. I haven't seen this card. I'm sure if Darren Sutton was here, he would know something about Nolan Gorman. But it's got to be one of those new prospects coming up. Chipper Jones in the 5-hole. Fernando Tatis Jr. I love that card. Juan Soto, always clutch. Mitch Garver batting 8th. And we have just pitcher in the 9-hole. So we're going to see to be determined pitching.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'm very excited to see how these two lineups go out because I was doing a little bit more research on the actual cards that Tone specifically was picking out, and you could just kind of see like power hitter after power hitter after power hitter at the very top of the lineup. And I say that not knowing the stats of the legend Sumting Wang, but we're just going to have to deal with that whenever we actually get to it. But ladies and gentlemen, we do have a game feed going on, and we're already kicking off at the top of the first.
All right, so already getting the bullpen warmed up. Love that. Always thinking ahead. The Polar Bears bullpen.
The Polar Bears. Love the name.
Kool-Aid versus New York with a nice Corona jersey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, and, already first pitch deep into center, but that's going to be caught out.
And playoff baseball is underway live.
Oh,
let's go. Reggie Jackson up in the 2-hole. All right, I got to figure out which team is which. Is this Antone hitting and Abeck pitching? Uniforms are very similar.
Yes,
here.
sir. Yes, Antonio hitting at the moment.
Okay, good. So we got our first take. Reggie Jackson. This card is absolutely a beast.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure everyone's faced a little bit of Corey Kluber. All right, I'm okay with taking a strike, Gus.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. Reggie Jackson, you find that one pitch in a sweet spot. This man, 99 overall, 110 contact, both right and left, 115 power, both right and left. This guy is insane, but you don't want to have contact like that. That's going to be the second out already.
But in a 6-inning game, it's going to be important.
Absolutely.
To work this guy, you want to get the confidence down. Taking pitches is just so important. I'm thankful for MLB The Show showing me how important taking pitches in to help improve my game.
Really?
I know for sure.
That's interesting. So you're taking that dynamic, you're taking the virtual dynamic into the physical field. But hey, speaking of virtual showdown, look at this. It's a bobble out to deep right, and that's gonna be a solid triple from Carlos Correa.
All right, 2 outs, so the little bobble doesn't really hurt him here. It's going to come down to Brujan here.
Right.
Yadel Brujan. I haven't played with this card.
Oh my gosh. And what a card too. In terms of speed, you get this man on base. He's at least going to extend 2 or 3 out of a single point of contact. So let's see what actually happens. Actually needs to get on base. It'll
Loving
be a
his
3-1.
patience. 3-1 count. Now, this is a stressful inning right here on Kluber.
Ooh, full count.
He came with it. He challenged him with that low sinker. See if he gives him another strike.
Oh, that one. Choppy, to say the least. All right, we have our first out. We have our first inning done. I meant first half of the inning. And up next, we actually do have a little bit of a showcase from Austin Beck.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was a good top half. He didn't get a run in, but he saw a lot of pitches. You're feeling out your opponent, how they're pitching, how the hitter's hitting, and I think that was a good top half for Antonio. So now Beck up to bat here, taking a first pitch ball. I like it. You see these deep in the playoffs guys at bats, they take more pitches, Gus.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we kind of talked about the dynamic between some of these players going into playoffs, and there were some upsets. This is very deep into playoffs, folks. This is semifinals, and there were one or two players that are in semifinals at the moment that didn't have the best of runs in the regular season, that were very even in terms of their record. But again, MLB The Show is quite the interesting game where if you get a decent enough lineup out of nowhere, you could start to make a dream team.
And you know what, Gus? I think that shows that they maybe came into this without playing as much, and maybe they just practiced a little bit for the playoffs. You know, preparation goes a long way.
That's also, that's a really cool dynamic. I mean, consider the fact that some of these kids, they're coming from the perfect game system. They're coming in as physical baseball players, and then they have this opportunity to play MLB The Show 20. Yes, it's a great opportunity for you to, kind of chill out, slow down during this time of quarantine. And man, some of these players have intensely improved. And look at that. That's going to be a nice line.
Excellent at bat. Works a 3-2 count and drives a double to lead it off. That's punishing.
Yes, sir. So you got the double Corey Klubers going back and forth, and up next, Mickey Mantle.
And here you have it again. Just good batting from Austin Beck. Working the count. I'm loving this selectivity.
Ooh.
Discipline. Plate discipline, Gus.
You could probably tell me more about actual plate discipline, because I mean I kind of see a ball that's even close to being in the strike zone, and I'm just gonna go for it. But I don't know about you, Hunter, but this guy's nuts with the sticks, the PCI, it's perfect, the timing, it's perfect, and that's gonna be a homer.
Antonio doesn't even move his outfielders. Perfect. Mickey Mantle, 2 runs in, nobody out. That's a breaker of spirits right there.
No, absolutely, especially after the marathon first inning that he ended up having for himself. You go on to first of all, I already used the word marathon, but I'm going to use it again. That was a full count. That was a six-pitch outing. He ends up getting a double out of it. Then he ends up getting perfect on. Oh, that's got to hurt. But it's only the first inning, Hunter.
Yeah, it is good that there's 6 innings here to get yourself back in, and Antonio definitely had good at bats, but you're gonna have to start getting outs and pitching. Giving up 2 real quick, your pitcher loses confidence so quick in this game. Right. So he's got a big uphill battle and then a walk on top of that, and that's part of the confidence. Is once their confidence goes down, it's hard to throw strikes because they just don't have the command.
Yeah, that's probably the toughest thing about these. And I mean, I wanted to ask you if this is a mechanic that's kind of distributed throughout the game. So if you have a game that's 3 innings extended into 6, would a pitcher's stamina be different in a sense? Would it go down a little bit slower, or would it still be that same speed?
I know in Battle Royale that it really messes with their stamina, the 3-inning games. Mm-hmm. I am not sure here with the 6-inning game how they regulate that. So this is like an unfamiliar format for me.
Gotcha.
But 3 innings, the starting pitcher can't go very far.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Tough.
Oh, man. And I mean, yet another small opportunity for a double play, actually. Oh, my God. No way. He clobbers it, Hunter.
There's no doubt. Not no way. No doubt about that homer. He does have an out, but that's a 4-run first inning. And, I mean, it definitely looks like Austin Beck has put in his practice.
Oh!
And another ball just towards him. He's got to get Kluber out. That's 5 runs, 3 home runs. And I mean, if you look at him, he's level 55 gold. Austin Beck has put in the work. That's a lot of games played for sure.
No, and just the cards that he ended up pulling the homers with. You got the Mickey Mantle. You got the Chipper Jones, Fernando Tatis Jr. You were hyping him up a little bit earlier. And he's not even done with the power hitters. He has Juan Soto stepping up.
Yeah, but I think this is the Indian and not the arrow right here, because hitting 3 runs, 3 homers, 5 runs in the first inning with 1 out. This is a very, very accurate player.
I like the wordplay. You're absolutely right. On the eyes of the beholder, and it just so happens that the beholder is holding onto a PS4 controller. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's 2 outs. Finally making a little bit of progress here for Antonio Link. And as we've been mentioning throughout this first inning, it is a 6-inning format. So for those who potentially might not be all up to date in terms of MLB The Show, we certainly don't know if that's going to change things in terms of batting discipline, if that's going to change things in terms of the pitchers. But all I know is that the action does not stop here for Antonio. As oh baby, it's a game of inches, Hunter.
Oh, he caught that one at the wall. We were about to see the 6th run. So you got to answer here. You definitely don't want to make a first pitch swing as we just did right there. Maybe the emotion's getting him right there. So Antonio's going to have work some counts here and get himself back in this ball game.
Yes, sir. Stepping up first in the 2nd inning, Eugenio Suarez. It's one of his lower level cards. That's the 83. He's here for the power. It's 90+ power on most of his stats, but his visibility, his contact, not exactly the best by any means. So he would just have to hit dingers at that point, my friend.
Yeah, and a lot of the pro players just want that power because they trust their PCI, they trust their hand-eye. And, when you connect, if you have the good PCI, then you don't have to worry that much about the contact. So it's obviously worked for him to make it this far in the tournament. He has nothing to be ashamed of. And, yeah.
So here we go again. Oh, that was right up the middle.
Who is this betting? Oh, the Jombinator, the big Jombi. Yeah, I'm definitely not on that level where I just go up with the power guys. I like the guys with all the contact that really help me not have to be so good.
Gotcha. And I mean, you just kind of stated it before for most professional players, but I want to hear from you. Are you more of a power or of a contact guy? Which one would you prefer having in your repertoire?
You know what? Obviously, I like the power. I really like contact and speed guys because, like I said, I don't have the skills to be hitting all the perfects. I want to be able to miss and still get on base because they're so fast. I'm a fan of the speedy guys.
You want the multifaceted talent. Oh, hey.
And Aaron Judge, here we go. We got an answer. And this is the ship, Gus. This is Homer City right here.
You hyped this up early on in the season. I didn't believe you at first, but then when I actually started playing a little bit more of MLB The Show, and I mean, this is kind of the same dynamic that you were describing earlier of the players. Also, myself as a commentator, I've had to practice up a lot more in MLB The Show, and it just so happens to be that this is the stadium that I use the most.
This is the stadium I uses the most. It's just you feel like it's the home field of MLB The Show, this ship.
Out of all the beautiful stadiums that they're on the game, you just have this nice. I like the sound effects. You got the actual pirate ship going on in the back. You got the horns. I get it.
I think those are custom to each player. You can customize that. But I like
that too.
The batter's eye here is just really good, and it's also easy to hit homers, so you can really pump your stats. I always play at Oracle Park. Because, obviously I'm Giants and I want to have the subliminal, just get used to that background.
Ooh.
But it definitely punishes, that's a foul ball. It definitely punishes my offensive stats because that right field there is not conducive to homers like the ship.
So you could kind of tell what strategy, going back to the game, you could kind of tell what kind of strategy Antonio was going for in terms of that Corey Kluber card. He kind of wanted to use that one up as much as he could. And, oh, hell yes, he is. He goes all the way to second base, too. That card that he ended up switching out for the Corey Kluber. And not only that, but that's 4 straight hits for our man.
With 2 outs, he's just put together an absolute rally. He's one big hit, and Reggie Jackson is the man to do it. Away from
another one!
Not a big one, but this could be. No, that's 43 speed. He's got to hold up. Dang. Bases loaded, 2 outs. That's 5 hits in a row, Gus.
Who is this? Carlos Correa, big card too. That's going to be a high contact, high power, going toward, and it's a switch hitter too, so he could just play around with whatever space he wants, no matter what curveballs these pitchers are going to throw at him. But, I mean, both metaphorically and physically, I was saying, like, if you wanted to throw at another pitcher. But, hey.
This is his 3-hole. You put your 3-hole hitter, you put your guy you feel the best with the bases loaded, and such a big moment. He's got 2 strikes, 2-2 count. This is such a big pitch. He takes it for a full count. Let's go.
That is so much exciting. How? That was right there in the middle.
Another single.
Another single up next. Gonna be Vital Brujan. Oh my lord. It's 3-5. Second inning only. This is a 6-inning game, and he's actually taken this back early. I thought this was gonna be a marathon here, Hunter, but it's just a slugfest.
Let's go. These guys have gotten better. This is what you see in the higher level play. Man, these guys can hit.
Gotcha. Oh, yet another one. But it's slightly late. Gonna hit the tip of the bat. Gonna dribble on over.
That was like 6 or 7 singles in a row. Unbelievable. That was 6 singles in a row with 2 outs. All of that with 2 outs.
That's consistency if I've ever seen it, man.
All right, let's see if he can get a shutdown inning right here. If he can, did we bring in a bull? No, it's still Kluber. He's sticking to Kluber. No,
right. He stuck to Kluber, but the pitcher ended up changing because he ended up switching him out in his own inning. It's gonna be Bruised Dog Gratterall facing off against Corey Kluber. Oh man, and he's actually going for it too. Swing for the hills, but that's gonna be the first out.
Yeah, he changed pitchers. Okay, so this is Gratterall pitching.
Yep.
Okay. I was about to say that doesn't look like Kluber's windup, but I saw it was Kluber batting. That's what was throwing me off.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay, strikes out Kluber, getting an early out after that big inning. Man, this is what playoff baseball is all about, Gus.
Yes, sir. I mean, playoff baseball, sure, but this is what MLB is all about. Like you mentioned before, is you got the crocodile hunter, Steve Irwin, stepping up to the plate. Crikey, mate.
Did you see the size of the spin on that slider?
Oh, wait, no way.
Another one, dude. He just keeps wait. We made a play.
Right. All the way to the wall. Once again, saved by the game of inches. Deep into center. Ended up getting caught out. So here we go again. It's going to be Mickey Mantle as that third ended up hitting a homer in his first at-bat.
2 quick outs. I mean, a shutdown inning right here, and the momentum is back. Like, we have a ball game, and he just paints another slider, just living on the corners. It looks like he's moved his PCI down. He was kind of like anticipating high in the first inning, and I think he's making an adjustment. The pitching, and so it's kind of interesting to watch that. So you see how his PCI, like, he's a little bit lower, like he was hovering it a little bit higher in the first inning.
Yeah, I mean, when I was playing a little bit more higher level MLB The Show, I would try to predict the PCI. Usually I'm a lower type guy, but it seems like now he's grown a little bit more disciplined, and he's just trying to keep it balanced towards the middle, which is honestly pretty tough. You have to have great reactions to just try to reach out with that, very quick PCI for these quick pitches, but even then, great reaction again, going upper left for that pitch, and he's going to stay alive. It's a game of singles, Hunter Pence.
This is dangerous. It's a game of singles, but your man Austin Beck has 3 homers, and having 2 men on with who is this up to bat? Nolan Gorman. I don't know. This is the guy I don't know, but he's this 4-hole hitter, so he's got to have pop. And
oh my God. Yeah. He's got to have pop, right, Pence? Oh, my Lord.
He's got some pop, it seems. Austin Beck, man, just 2 outs, putting together a huge huge nail in the coffin.
Yes, sir. So that card is pretty OP in terms of in terms of actual batting. 80 contact for the lefty, 102 for that righty. His power for the righty too is 108. So that's just solid hitter overall, and putting him in that position, pretty much it gels it all together. Because right up next you have the contact hitter. You have the one, the only, the legend, Chipper Jones.
2 balls, 1 strike, the count.
Yeah, Chipper, solid everything. Just Mr. Baseball, Mr. Swag. Everything you want in a baseball player: switch hitting, contact,
Right.
good eye, plate discipline, power, smooth, graceful, hands, defense. What more could you ask for, guys?
A perfect player, especially in the position of his. You would like to see him a little bit higher in the lineup, but it is what it is, my friend. But after a grueling 2-out marathon, I mean, at the very end, he just extended for 3 more runs, pouring some salt onto the wounds. But once again, this is a 6-inning game, Hunter.
We still got a long way to go. We need Antonio to have another one of those rallies. And the difference is that Austin just keeps hitting the homers. So get a couple of those guys on, and let's get a big fly. What do you say, Big Antonio?
Big Tone, Big Antonio Link.
Tone. Yeah, he's from Brantford, Connecticut. His favorite team is the New York Yankees. Favorite player, this is an interesting one, Derek Dietrich. Not too many people are, you don't see anyone playing with him in this game. So I'm interested to hear why Derek Dietrich is his favorite player. His inspiration, though, is Derek Jeter, especially as a Yankees fan. Doesn't really mesh well. But the curious thing here is Austin Beck is from Allen, Texas, and his favorite team also is the Yankees. So 2 Yankees fans going at it here.
Yeah. Antonio, a very young lad, 13 years old.
Did he throw that ball? What happened?
No, he ended up holding on to it.
Oh, man, that feels bad.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
But this could be the big opportunity that young Antonio actually has in this game, because, ooh, right down the middle, that one's bending. That one's going to go foul. Aaron Judge, known for the homers in this game.
Yes, he is. And he's 1 for 1 right now. Oh, get some chasing. That changeup is tough to lay off of, but it's only strike 2.
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh. Wait.
Uh-oh.
He got that one.
Got him.
Known for the homers, as my friend Gus says.
Yes, sir. That's his second of the game. And I was just saying, I mean, his card alone is just a great power hitter. But in terms of this game, he's proven my theory all too well. 5-8 scoreline. If things had stayed the same just about an inning ago, it would be a 5-5. But still has a lot of ground to cover here, Hunter.
Yeah, but he made him pay for that little that little error, not throwing it to first. I don't know exactly what happened, but definitely got punished real quick. And what is your theory? Your theory is go for the power?
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point of the lineup, as he's getting deeper and deeper, especially with his Didi Gregorius, you might want to have an X factor or two in terms of you want a little bit of speed, you want a little bit of contact, but this is where my theory goes completely off left, because again, he pulled out the Didi and he is known purely for his power. So again, you want to throw a couple of curveballs later on in your lineup, a little bit earlier, more fundamentals, but I think you could probably argue with me on that one.
That ball was crushed for another single for our man Tone.
Huge again. Antonio on base, only a singular out.
I'm just loving these answers. Tonio has 9 hits. Even though he's down 3, he's been hitting. This game is far from over.
Yes, sir. Not only that, but he's finally going to be pulling his pitcher, if I'm not mistaken. So he's going to, making some movement in the bullpen, getting ready for that next inning.
Ooh, this is a tough one right here.
Oh, that is such a tough card to go against. Aroldis Chapman, what can you tell me about him?
Throws cheese. Not the best command. It's definitely a guy you got to practice hitting off of. Like I would take BP when I was in the tournament off of him to work on my lefty stuff. So if you haven't practiced facing him, he can be tough. But if you have, you can hit some homers off of this guy. It's just it's a matter of has he done his work.
Let's see it. I mean, like you mentioned,
One of the nastiest arms in the game of baseball.
And that's tough when you simulate it in game. You mentioned that cheese, and that's just going to be tougher and tougher for some of these gamers to try to go at. But, oh, baby, it's just going to be a double play. Let's get it.
And that's a tough double play because he hit that ball hard. That's a good swing with a bad result. So not looking not in favor of Antonio, but still another good inning. He answered and got some runs.
Mm-hmm. Could have extended it a little bit more, but it happens. Hal Newhouser going to be the pitcher stepping up for, if I'm not mistaken, for Antonio.
Yeah, I love this windup. Look at this, Hal Newhouser. I haven't faced this card. Old school. The old school guys are always doing the flow.
It's good for tempo, too. You kind of calm yourself down. It's a good flow chart, and then you just whip it on in.
Yeah, flow and whippy. Must have been the mechanics back in the day. Rhythm and movement.
Fernando Tatis Jr. homered in, if I'm not mistaken, the first inning, so going all the way back. Still has a big opportunity now, but check swing, and he's actually out on it.
Yeah, that doesn't happen often. Wow, that's a tough one.
Oh, what's this? You got the Juan Soto card, but he's actually contemplating a change here. Wow, he actually has a stacked bench the more you look at it.
I love that Trey Turner card.
And JD Martinez, the Joey Gallo. But who did he actually end up pulling out? This is going to be the Nicolas Castellanos. Yes.
Castellanos. Okay, I haven't seen this card. He's hitting 500 with him, so apparently he's pretty good with him. He wants that righty-lefty matchup.
Might be a good plug card for him, good situational card for him.
It's tough to take out Juan Soto, man. It's just an overall better card.
Oh,
but
that was.
He shows me why he brought in Nick Castellanos.
Jeez, man, that one was given to him on a silver platter.
No doubt about that one. It's just perfect. That was gone in an instant.
Right. Yeah, no, that ball was going a little bit off to the left, but straight center. And, you know, especially with that PCI, especially for these players that are getting a little bit more disciplined towards the center, like we mentioned before, you got to capitalize on those, and he absolutely did.
This is an absolute display by Austin Beck of excellent PCI performance. Like, legit, it's insane how good he is with like squaring these balls up.
That sweet aim, it's what you like to see, especially myself coming from a game like Counter-Strike or just tactical FPSs like Valorant. Oh man, seeing aim like this in MLB The Show, oh yeah, gets me excited. But no, a perfect liner going out to left, but only ends up in a single. So doesn't that hurt a little bit, Hunter, when you do end up getting that perfect, but it ends up being a grounder or a liner? Like, it does hurt you a little bit, huh?
I mean, as long as it's a hit, you're really happy. Like, I've had so many perfect outs in my time that I'm just like, as long as it's a hit, I feel good.
Is that the worst situation in the world? Could have been worse.
I'm still gonna cry about. I hit a perfect fly ball with Yastrzemski with the bases loaded, and I was doing an interview at the time, and I stopped looking because I thought it was just a homer, and I ended up getting a triple play out of it.
No way! What was this for? For the Players League?
Yeah, in the Players League.
Oh my!
Against
God.
Actually against the champion Snell.
You tell me this like it's a war story. Yeah, no, I've heard this before, man. Blake Snell, yeah, he did end up winning, but unreal that you were so close to beating him, and the perfect fly. Like what? I just want to see like more in depth into this game. What chance, what RNG did you possibly hit for you to just have that perfect fly ball out?
Yastrzemski was my 3-hole hitter too. Like, I had never seen a perfect fly ball ever be an out, and it was in Tampa Bay. So I legit like stopped looking and was just talking, and then I looked down and I was out, and I had no outs, bases loaded, and I was out of the inning. I was like, I don't know.
You had you bat flipped, except with your controller instead. Yeah.
The wind started blowing in Tropicana.
you let the dual shot go, my friend, and I mean, you end
There
up
is
getting
those things in the ceiling that the ball can hit or whatever, and that's wild.
yeah. That's
Maybe it hit something like that. I wasn't looking. I don't know.
I've been
They put that in the game.
I've been to 2 MLB stadiums in my life. Fenway Park in Tampa Bay. Very fortunate to grow up near Fenway Park. But yeah, I don't know if that's been emulated in the game or not.
I'm pretty sure people have hit that ceiling in the game, real life game.
Jeez. I mean, those got to be crushed. I mean, surely you can try to aim for them during BP, but otherwise.
This is tough with how exact their uniforms look alike. Are they like brothers or something? Right?
Just trying to follow the game just through the uniforms. Gosh, happens all the time during just with other sports games in general. Worst game that this could possibly happen to with similar uniforms is FIFA because of how small the players get. So you just have to get right up next to your monitor. You gotta squint. Oh man. So I'm glad we can at least get some labels and we can actually match faces to the names with some of these players. But man, it gets complicated here.
Gallo comes in to play defense for Castellanos, who pinch hit Homer.
Yes, sir.
Homer City. And looks like we're doing – he's got Hader out there in the pin. Hader's another pitcher in this game I really, really like. But right now he's sticking with Chapman. And
God, I really want to get a close-up on this guy's face. This is something Wong. Of course, he's all over the place, man. He's a
look at how massive his forearms are. Those are massive forearms, dude.
This guy had some fun in the creation suite.
Tight. It's just a super jack guy with like a super little bitty batting stance. Keep it tight, kid. Keep it tight. Good eye. He's number 69.
Nice, Mr. Hunter.
I love the Reggie Jackson mustache. Let's go.
Wonderful. So, I mean, we already have a man on base.
Wonderful.
That's huge. Wonderful. Huge for Mr. Antonio Link. I mean, especially because again, he's more of a momentum, a confidence player at the moment. He's got the 5-9 scoreline going against him. But wow, what a snatch!
Dang, Austin is doing everything right. He's doing everything to deserve this win to make his way to the finals. I mean, you got to respect good play is good, Gus.
Yes, sir. I mean, making it this deep in bracket, especially with some of the juggernauts that we were able to spectate during the group stage, seeing most of them out. I think the only person in this Final Four stage that we've seen on stream that we've been able to commentate is Austin Beck.
Austin Beck, yeah. And we got to talk to him a little bit too, I believe.
Yes, sir. He did take a couple of W's in the group stage. One of them just so happened to be on stream. So, I mean, he's very much acquainted with hearing your voice, Mr. Hunter Pence.
Now they can't actually hear me talking while they're playing, can they?
No. I mean, they could if they wanted to hear the audio stylings of Hunter Pence
and Gustavo Dominguez. The double play for Austin Beck
clutch
gets him out of a jam, looking to add to his 4-run lead coming to the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, that's massive. He was getting some momentum. He was on 2 hits. I mean, that was just perfect for him.
Massive shutdown inning. Kerry Wood, this card's tough to hit. We'll see if he can get his first shutdown inning of Austin.
Kerry Wood, anything special about the card?
Nasty slurve, really good high cheese, got the spin rate, and he's got a cutter as well, but the slurve fastball, there it is. There you see that slurve. It's a cheater pitch.
Gotcha.
Not really a cheater pitch. It's just so nasty. It's a cheat code. That's the word. Cheat code.
Love it. The glitch.
It's the glitch.
Yeah, and I love how we've been pulling out this little statement for the past couple of weeks, but it's no longer a game of inches. It's a game of pixels now, Hunter Pence, because now, especially with the BCI, you have to be frame perfect.
It's a timing game of pixels. I gotta ask you, what are some of the gamer terms, and do you use them in any of your commentary? Do you get caught into like poggers or
poggers? Like, sure. You've got the poggers. I mean, even you did a little feels bad. Yeah, like sure, you feel bad for someone, but you just want to say the whole thing. That's a feels bad man moment. So I mean, not like this. Yeah, no, Twitch emotes. Yeah, it starts to be incorporated into your vocab because it's weird, right? It's part of the chat. It's part of the chat life, man. Especially as yourself, you've started streaming recently. You start to read it more and more, and it just starts becoming part of your daily vocabulary.
Here's one. I'm gonna drop one on you.
Sure. Let's hear it.
See if you know this one. That slurve, and he drives it into the right field. That's a yikes.
That's a yikes.
That's a yikes. Man
big
on first,
yikes.
Down 4. Big yikes.
Yeah,
you've obviously heard the yikes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yikes, right?
That's not very PogChamp, Hunter Pence. Oh gosh.
That's not poggers, but that 12-6 curveball. Yikes.
Never thought, when I woke up this morning, I never thought that I would be saying that exact sentence. That is not a very PogChamp moment, Hunter Pence, but indeed for Austin Beck, he is, he's wide peepo happy.
He is what?
Wide peepo happy. Oh my God. Let's move on.
I haven't heard that one.
Oh God.
What's wide peepo happy?
There's a whole realm of better Twitch.tv terms too.
Better Twitch.tv terms. Interesting. Yeah. There's an actual realm. Is there a website?
It's custom emotes. So that's where you get most. Like you get your Monka S, your lol W. Oh my God.
Yeah. What is Monka? I see that. I see people typing that all the time.
I don't know the origin. It's so many emotes.
What does it stand for?
That would be used for like a nervous moment. So for sure, right now, Antonio Link, he's having a Monka S moment.
Nervous moment. Okay. Monka.
Oh my God.
11-5. Yikes.
Oh gosh, and it just keeps on raining in. Full count, by the way. Great discipline coming in from Austin Beck, and even then,
Austin has got his eye on the prize, and he is earning it. This is like just phenomenal play that we are witnessing. It is not easy to be this locked in. I'm impressed.
No, and I mean, I think the players that really spoke to me during group stage in terms of actual in-game mechanics was Austin Beck and Logan Ledesma. Don't really know how Logan ended up doing in the playoffs, but in terms of Austin, I was very impressed with his fielding. I was very impressed with kind of his flow in a sense. So he knew exactly what he was doing. He took his, you would like to think, actual skills in real life with baseball would equate into a good MLB The Show 20 play. Of course, you have to get used to the actual game mechanics themselves, but I feel as if he was already very acquainted with the game, and he was able to replicate that performance on the field in game. So what I mean by that, great fielding, great hitting, and his PCI, it's on point.
Great hitting. And you know what? Like, you got to give respect. Like, he's gold 55. He's put in the work. When you put in the work, you put on performances like this. And there's another run cashed in as you hear the cashier register.
Cha-ching. Love it. Oh gosh, 12-5. And I mean, we had 2 innings where we had small runs from Antonio, but he would have to double that. 2.5 at least. What would be the term for that? It would be like double and a half? Like question mark?
term for being down.
Like being
7?
down 2.5, being down 7, but you would have to.
This is down 7. This is in a real game. Down 7 is a very rare chance you're coming back. But you gotta get, in baseball you just never know.
Right.
And just keep playing.
And just in video games, period. This game
has been done before.
Absolutely. This game doesn't have any comeback mechanics or anything of the sort, but good Lord, Mr. Hunter Pence. These are just earned. He's just
hitting. This is just an unbelievable performance, and that might be the ball game. I'm pretty sure we just got a
wait. Oh wow, the mercy rule being called in the 4th inning in the semifinals of this tournament.
That's the game.
That's the game.
Well played. I mean, he just hit everything, and he played crazy good defense, pitched outstanding. But what an offensive performance. The man was working counts the whole way, perfects all day, every day, and just at bat after at bat. That's 15 runs in 4 innings, Gus.
He was stellar. No, absolutely stellar. And I mean, it really came down to, again, his hitting the entire game. Yes, his fielding was pretty good, but we didn't exactly get to see too much of a showcase of that. Yes, Antonio. I feel as if the positioning that Antonio got in this tournament was perfect. He landed in that top 4 spot. He faced against really one of the best players in this entire league. He put up a good fight at the very beginning, but it just so happened to come down to the bullpen, came down to the stamina, and overall, who was the better MLB player today? And it, of course, gotta give it to Austin.
That was one of the best performances we've seen. That was that hitting performance is not easy to do, and that's what gets you into the finals. Well played, good game. Oh man, and I'm sure. Do we get a chance to talk to him, Gus?
Oh, absolutely. I'm trying to get him on the line real quick.
Checking in with him right now. Yeah, so Austin Beck out of Allen, Texas, Yankees fan, Gleyber Torres, Derek Jeter. We've talked to him once before. We get an opportunity to talk to him again. Let me check here about his perfect game stuff. Kane Southwest, Kane Southwest Clements player. He considers himself someone who can drive the ball in the gaps. He's very selective at the plate, and he was very selective at the plate in game as well. Try not to do too much. I primarily play shortstop, which means he's a great athlete, and also play second and third. I have a good glove and decent arm, which I'm working on getting stronger. I'm pretty quick on the bases and in the field. I love speed, so respect that. Running a 6.60. Are you kidding me? This dude's fast as heck, and he's got the PCI like reactions that tells me he is quick twitch for sure.
Love it. And also specifically to perfect game, he's played in the PG Super 25 National Championship Finals. He says that it was a close game against a very high-level competition that made him realize that he could play college baseball in the future if he worked hard. So, I mean, he's got the work ethic for it. He's got the stats to prove. And not only is he great in the physical field, but, ladies and gentlemen, he's great in the virtual space. So let's bring him on for an interview. Austin, what's up, my man? Congratulations on the win. You're live.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Austin, I mean, I got to tell you, your at-bats, and you describe yourself as a patient hitter, disciplined at the plate. Your at-bats this entire game, like your discipline was incredible, squaring so many balls up. Were you just in the zone? How prepared were you for this game today?
Yeah, I mean, the past couple games, I mean, I just get on about 30 minutes before the game and warm up a little bit, crank the sliders up to like super fast, and so everything looks slow when I get in the game. I really like taking this game into like in real life and being patient at the plate, because you know when you start watching pitchers, they start to have tendencies, and then you can make predictions, and then that's when you start crushing the ball.
That's incredible. That's next level. And this is the stuff that you're getting at a young age that is just absolutely phenomenal. So did you kind of have a feel for what your opponent, Antonio, was going to be pitching you? Did you get kind of were you just in rhythm, or what was your feel right there?
Yeah, I mean, I know I hit Kluber pretty well, but because everybody uses Kluber in ranked seasons, so I face him literally like every game, but he was bringing in multiple starting pitchers, and I usually hit all those pitchers he put in well. So what happened.
Awesome. Yeah. Incredible offensive performance. I want to ask you, we talked to you not too long ago, maybe a couple weeks ago. What's been going on in your real life baseball practice, and have you gotten any games in? What's on the schedule for you so far?
Yeah. So I just got back from a tournament in Oklahoma this past weekend. Got off to a little rough start, but I hit a bomb, so that's a plus.
Yes. How many games did you play, by the way, and how many at-bats?
I think we played 4 games. I had, I believe, 7 or 8 at-bats.
That's incredible, dude. Congratulations. First tournament back, hitting a bomb. I know you run a 6.60, so speed power combo. That's exciting, Austin. Congrats on the win. Good luck in the finals, man. It was amazing watching you play. Just incredible skills on the MLB The Show. That's for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll definitely be seeing you, I think, in the next couple of days, if not tomorrow, if we do end up having another broadcast. But like Hunter said, I don't really have any other questions for you, just in case you end up making it into that grand final. So I'll hold you to it. I have some questions ready if you end up winning that tournament, man. So you know what? I wish you the best of luck in Grants.
All right, thank you.
Have a good one, Austin.
Yeah,
You too.
Austin, good to see you, man. Take care.
What a game. What a game, Hunter. And I mean, this is where some of our last week's broadcasts, start to catch up to us, because at the very beginning we had a 5-game broadcast day, and slowly it's been getting lower and lower. But now that we finally made it into kind of the 6-inning territory, I feel as if we've been cursed now, Hunter, that with this full game, it ends up getting stopped at the 4th inning.
Yeah, we're like, all right, we're in a full 6 innings, and we get a mercy rule. But man, I gotta tell you, it was a lot of hitting, a lot of good hitting. It was always a good time to see you. And man, Austin just earned it. He played defense, and just watching these at bats at this level, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been loving the action thus far this season, and really just seeing how these trajectories of these young players are, not only in their real lives, but also going towards in the game. Considering the fact that I'm coming from an esports background, it's amazing getting to know a little bit more of the grassroots baseball scene. And Hunter, I don't know about you, but this is one of your first broadcast escapades.
Yes, this is, I've done like some small esports things at the coffee shop that we have, Coral Sword. Some Rocket League, some Smash Bros. But yeah, it's been really fun to join the broadcast team and talk some baseball even and gaming. It's like two of my favorite things combined, and I've really had a good time.
So, by the way, I don't think this is going to be it for us. Even if we don't end up doing grand finals, we do have a little bit of a something for the people watching at home. And for the people that want to play also at home, ladies and gentlemen, the MLB The Show 20 tournament number 2 for Perfect Game has already been announced, and you can register over at perfectgame.com/esports. It's a great time. If you guys have been watching for the past couple of weeks, it's been great MLB The Show action, and I'm sure that some of these PG players are, still hungry for some more action as baseball is starting to start back up once again. Who knows? We could maybe have one more PG player laying up in the ranks, or maybe even, as you've been mentioning, some players in the actual MLB The Show 20 leaderboards that would like a little piece of that pie.
That would be incredible, and it's definitely fun having a lot of the Perfect Game kids join in. I know there was a lot of people that I know that were a little bit late getting into this one. They really wanted to be in this tournament, and hopefully they'll be able to get in on that second one. So if you missed this one and you got to watch some of it, there's going to be, sounds like there's going to be an opportunity for another tournament. So I know a couple minor league players that are really excited to get in on this, and some good friends of mine, yeah. And
Fun.
also my nephew missed out. I can't believe he missed out.
No, you gotta have him on. Imagine him winning a game on stream and you being able to interview your own nephew. Oh, that's prime content that you like to see.
He's really, really good at this game. He's really good at it. All right, he was like 2 games from World Series, so it's pretty cool.
Ooh, okay, I see. Ladies and gentlemen, just to reiterate, I did say it incorrectly earlier. It is perfectgame.org/esports. You can register for our second tournament, and you can also see the bracket of this tournament this far. Again, we still have the other semifinals that's going to happen. If I'm not mistaken, off stream, we'll bring you guys actual updates on Twitter at @officialegf and at Perfect Game on Twitter. But otherwise, Hunter, not going to hold up any of our times for now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Upmind. You can follow me on Twitter at @Upmind_. Hunter, where can we find you, and what are you up to?
You can find me at Hunter Pence. I'm in Arizona, just training and staying ready to play baseball. And that's been it. It's been really, honestly, it's been good for me as far as training. Everything's going really well, and I'm having some good times facing some live pitching in the desert. And it's really hot, but, just staying ready.
That's what you like to hear. Hunter, hopefully I can see you in the next couple of days. If not, I'll see you for tournament number 2. Thank you guys very much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.